Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode Legacy. So, we're going to start this talking to Adeline, and it's the I think her uncle, Overland.
And your reading is The Dragon. That's exciting, I suppose. Perhaps you're due for an adventure.
Ladies,
Professor Shah.
astronomy is not divination. You won't find the mysteries of the cosmos charted out on your palms or at the bottom of your teacups. Alas, the heavens remain hazy to the starry-eyed. Now, if you were to devote yourselves to persistent and painstaking observation, you just might catch a glimpse. With that in mind, please take your telescopes. Tonight we will be on the observation deck. Still don't have your own? You can't be the new student forever, you know. You can share with Mr. Takar.
Here, I can adjust that for you.
No, bring it into focus on your own. Now, I expect all of you to put in your stargazing hours outside of class. Is that clear?
But, Professor, it's freezing out.
Mere cold didn't stop the great stargazers of the past. Look only to the astronomy tables they erected throughout the Highlands from which they gazed millennia ago on the very self-same stars above us. Is that clear? Dismissed.
Hello. I don't believe we've met officially. I'm Amit. I'm something of an astronomy buff.
Hello, Hogsmeade. It's nice to meet you.
Did I hear Professor Shaw say that you don't have your own telescope? I have a spare one you could borrow for the rest of term.
That's very kind of you, Hogsmeade. Are you sure you won't need it?
I'm certain. It's my old one. I finally got my hands on the new Celestia Contemplar. You've heard of it, I assume? I mean, of course you have. It's only the pinnacle of all personal stargazing implements. But my old model's not too shabby either. Goblin-cut glass, first-rate optical enchantments. Hate to think such a fine instrument is just collecting dust.
Well, thank you, Hogsmeade.
Think nothing of it. Anyway, the telescope's in the storage room right underneath us. You can't miss it. I have some, reading to finish on the lower deck. Come find me there afterwards, and bring the telescope. There's something I want to talk to you about.
Okay, it says find
Tried to put
area.
off my stargazing as long as I could.
Thought we were doing it
A lot of good that did. How am I supposed to find Sirius when my hands are too cold to use a telescope?
You're doing
It's a dog, isn't it?
for a different mission. Here's his telescope.
This was his old telescope. Looks practically brand new.
Revelio.
Confringo!
That was cool. Alright. Didn't know we could do that to get it.
A pristine night.
Professor Shah, I'm interested in learning more about astronomy.
It is increasingly rare to find a student who seeks after things celestial, of their own accord. But if you truly desire to chart the courses of the cosmos, you must rid your mind of the terrestrial babble of others. We ourselves are not unlike blank star charts, you know? Empty canvases waiting to be inscribed with all that the universe has to offer. Do you understand?
You mentioned astronomy tables earlier, in class. What were you talking about?
Long ago, devotees of the astral arts set up stone slabs across the countryside. They are ideal for studying constellations near and far. For centuries, wizards made use of these astronomy tables for stargazing. Sadly, they have since become mere monuments to the intrepid intellectual pursuits of a bygone epoch.
Am I right in thinking you are unimpressed by divination?
Of the many other so-called disciplines taught here, divination is perhaps the most feeble, especially in its nonsensical practice of astrology. Do not confuse astronomy and astrology. One is concerned with mysteries stellar and lunar, the other is mere lunacy.
Thank you, Professor. I look forward to stargazing.
I am glad to hear it. Should be a stellar night for it.
Okay. Alright, again, time to go find a meet.
The perfect night for... Oh,
I have the telescope. It's nicer than I'd expected.
I would not offer a prospective stargazer a third-rate lunoscope. But there is, something else.
Yes, what is it?
You remember those astronomy tables Shaw was going on about? It just so happens I've been reading up on them a little myself. And it seems there may be one right here at Hogwarts. I believe we could use it to find hidden constellations.
And you need someone to help find it.
I do. Are you in? No one from the Gobstones Club will go with me. Said they'd rather get spit at by a stone than... Well, they are cowards. Let us get moving while the stars are still out. I'll show you how to use that telescope once we get there. I promise.
Alright, let's go do it.
No need to convince me. Let's get going.
Brilliant. You won't regret it. Shall we?
Do it.
The table is on a castle wall ahead. Look for a stone platform, something that doesn't quite belong. We'll know it when we see it. Onwards we go. Some say the locations of the tables were originally marked by centaurs for ritual stargazing. It is nice having a fellow stargazer to explore with.
Happy to be here. It is good to leave the classroom now and then.
It's not that creepy out here at night, is it? The Gobstones Club, here I am, charging ahead. Why don't you lead the way?
If you're sure.
Alright.
A little foreboding.
A few cobwebs and some dust. Nothing to be concerned about.
Oh, of course. It's just
Revelio.
not as tidy as I expected.
Incendio.
More cobwebs. You don't think any spiders might be lurking about?
Oh no, not this close to school. Lumos.
Lumos!
Buddy. Get it too.
Revelio.
Okay.
The constellation should appear near the center of your view.
Gotta see.
As soon as you've lined up the telescope, we will be able to fill out our star chart. I was right about the tables. They really are gateways to the far stars, just as the book said. And your contribution was invaluable. Rest assured, you shall be credited in my memoirs one day.
Thank you.
Thank you, Amit. I look forward to reading them.
And I look forward to writing them. This is only the beginning. You will find more tables like this one throughout the grounds and forest, all beckoning to be discovered by a worthy astronomer. And if I have ever seen one, it's you. Oh, and about my old telescope, don't bother returning it. You should keep it.
That's quite generous. Thank you.
You are welcome. It has goblin-cut glass and a gobbledygook inscription. I'm practically fluent in gobbledygook, you know. It's all in the throat, really, gobbledygook, you know, and how you pronounce your R's. Anyway, glad our adventure was a success. I will see you soon.
Alright. Okay. Now we can actually... where we need. So back to the tale of Roland. Like I said, I thought I was doing that now, but I was not. Get on it right
I
now.
assume you have news regarding the goblin you mentioned. Why don't we meet at the map chamber to discuss that and our next steps?
I pressed Ominous regarding Salazar Slytherin's scriptorium, but my efforts were in vain. Meet me outside the Slytherin common room. We need to talk.
Did more?
Adelaide Oaks, isn't it? I received your owl.
Yes, I'm Adelaide Oaks. Oh dear. You see, my uncle Roland is a metal trader who's quite well known in the goblin community. He normally sends me owls every week when he's on his business travels. In his last owl, he alluded to dealings with those radical goblins, Ranrock's loyalists. It's been ages since that owl and I'm worried. What with the troll attack on Hogsmeade and the rumours that goblins may have been involved, well, I'm fearing the worst. Should I be worried about my uncle, or am I overthinking this?
I think you're right to be concerned, Adelaide. Your uncle may be in trouble.
You're much more understanding than Professor Weasley. She heard I was going to look for him and forbade me from leaving the grounds. She's convinced he can handle himself, but I can't concentrate on anything until I know he's all right. Could you try to find out for me? From what I hear, you're almost as adventurous as Uncle Roland.
Ask some questions.
I take it you and your uncle are close.
We are. My mother died when I was born, and I lost my father when I was 5. Uncle Roland's looked after me for as long as I can remember. He knows I get anxious when he travels, and that's why he sends me all the owls, to let me know that he's all right.
Has your uncle traded with many goblins?
Yes, for ages. Even speaks gobbledygook. But he only recently mentioned Ranrock's lot, insisting the galleons were worth the risk. He does it for me. Between robes and supplies, attending Hogwarts costs a fair sickle. And besides that, Uncle Roland has expensive taste. He's sacrificed so much for me over the years. I promised him that as soon as I finish Hogwarts, I shall be the one taking care of him.
I'll try and look into it for you, Adelaide.
Thank you. He's very thorough in his record keeping, notes all his trades in a journal, makes maps. In fact, in his last owl, he drew me a map of his next stop. He'd planned to set up camp north of here. I do hope you're able to find out where he is. Thank you again for any help you can provide.
Okay.
Oh, Uncle Roland, what have you got yourself into?
at Rolling Oak campsite.
Did you see Claire's hair today?
I hope Adelaide's Uncle Roland is all right. She seems very worried. Adelaide mentioned her uncle's camp may be near Brockborough, past the river.
Alright, we've got to get
All of
off
my
the
siblings
ground. Alright, I think we got to go right up. But I think we're moving pretty well. Or, sorry, not only mission.
Utter nonsense. I've never heard such rubbish in all my life. I think I get more pleasure from moving on now. Can't figure out why there's such a fuss over poaching. There's enough dumb things for everyone.
Knockout.
The Ministry ought to relax their feelings towards the dark arts. One come here, crupmate.
Hold on 1 second. We're gonna do. We need Chinese combat, Chinese chomping cabbage, mandrake, and a venomous kala. Right, so we're gonna use.
Potato! Stupefy! Incendio!
Never like vegetables. I'll make mulch.
Peace and quiet. Bring it.
Oh, luck. Nothing more than luck.
Real quick, don't go. Are you even trying?
You'll have to fight.
Bingo! That's the best you can
Lumos.
do, is it?
Incendio.
Potato! You survived longer than expected. Perhaps you want to... Incendio! Glacier! Lumos! Confringo! Incendio! Potato!
Avoiding our problem.
Glaciers!
Yep, it isn't. No.
One more. Okay. I don't know what this guy is. Okay, we're on to Rolling Oaks campsite.
Could this be Mr. Oakes' Canrock's loyalists? Just ahead. Should I take them by force or be discreet?
No, we're
Incendio! I've been fighting since before you. Arrogant child! Glaciers! Ah, you seem tired. Stupid.
Was that your best?
Potato.
Get accustomed to that! It's not quick enough.
Confringo.
Losing your stride.
Incendio.
Much too slow. Prepare to surrender now.
Places.
Predictable.
Incendio.
Now to find out what happened here.
I mean, we could start like doing some attack, but go right in for the fight. See on the next one, or to
Revelio.
Mr. Oakes' trade journal.
okay, it said Randrock slot agreed to meet, but I do had uneasy. They amended their request and were angry when I asked questions. I overheard someone saying in gobble there after my rare metal deposits that are suited for drilling. I'm afraid of upsetting them further. They seem rather volatile. I need the transaction to happen. Perhaps we could work out a compromise, perhaps not. Roland Oakes.
Adelaide said that her uncle kept notes of his trades, maps. Perhaps these landmarks will lead me to him.
Confringo.
I should investigate.
Protego. Lumos.
Cool.
Revelio. Oh. Whoa. Yeah.
I've used the dark art several times. Can't understand why.
Damn these guys.
Protego.
Can't hold out
Confringo.
forever.
Places.
Knew you. I know you're the one who should. Oh.
Settle yourself.
Confringo. Places.
I did not mean to do that, but heck yeah. Alright, now
rock formation. That's the first landmark on this map. Now to find the crooked tree.
I guess we'll go straight because it was all. When I looked at the map, it was just all straight, which I think is straight ahead.
Where did I set my traps? Is it lower or upper Hogsmeade?
What do we have here? I may have more luck higher up in the keep. What went on here, I wonder?
Quiet. Too quiet, if you ask me.
Okay, we're here.
The wizards will have no choice but to submit to us.
What? Do it. Up. Talked about being sneaky. And stacks if I wanted.
This looks like trouble.
Oh boy. Right, I have.
Petricus totalis.
One down. 10 to go.
Revelio. Petricus totalis.
Oh, little moon calf. That was meant for me.
Potato. Glacius. Confringo.
Where'd they go?
A ladder. That's what I need.
Rather a boy's coming back this way. A slippery little squid. I'll find ya.
Petrificus totalis.
Got me. That
Who is it?
This is the spot on the map. I'd best have my wits about me. Stone walls do a prison make, sometimes. I don't like the looks of that encampment.
go in.
Revelio.
Let's
What
goblin
will we
house.
find in here?
Find roll.
Revelio.
No witch or wizard will. It's punishment to us all to have that miserable human around.
Someone's here.
Expelliarmus. Confringo.
You won't get away with that. I shall have.
Expelliarmus.
You won't survive this, my young friend.
It looks as though Adelaide's instincts were spot on. Protego!
All right. Warren.
I'll get you yet.
Glacius. Expelliarmus. Confringo.
You won't. I shall have been so dead.
Confringo. Expelliarmus. Glacius. Protego. Stupefy. Confringo. You've one less follower, Ranrock.
All right.
Revelio.
Not trying to go in stealthy. I just want to go
A boiler door. How to open
Bad
it?
guy.
Revelio.
But I better jump more in a little bit more. No, for a fact, like
Confringo. Revelio. Descendo. Confringo. Expelliarmus.
right now, let's go down. Right. First, guess let's go.
One way or another, we'll get what we're earned.
Descendo. Crazy.
Nothing about you! That it!
Expelliarmus.
Why can't I hit you? Lucky, that's all! I won't rest until you're dead.
Why have you not run away? Intend to die, do you?
Descendo. Expelliarmus. Protego.
I won't rest until one less human to worry about.
Confringo.
Not quite.
Expelliarmus.
Diverted.
Descendo.
Pity, not quite. You won't stop me. I won't rest. Kill spells glance off of me.
Expelliarmus. Descendo.
See that?
Protego.
Why drag this out longer than necessary?
Confringo. Expelliarmus. Glacius.
Oh, death.
And you guys tied up here.
Descendo. Confringo.
Run away with that.
Glacius.
It's the student from the town.
Expelliarmus. Protego. Confringo.
Okay. That's just goblin.
Revelio. This must be Mr. Oakes's wand. Perhaps now he can set himself free.
Oh. Okay.
Revelio.
I believe Professor Oakes is gonna be. Here?
What's down there?
Descendo! Confringo! Oh, that was meant for me. Never seen anything like that before. Protego! I can't Descendo! Confringo! No! Not quite. I've been fighting since before you were in. This is impossible! The mist! Descendo!
Oh man. Roland Oaks, we're setting you. Not to worry about it.
Hello? Mr. Oakes?
Yes, I'm here. They've taken my wand. This cell has an enchanted lock. I have experience with these locks, but I need my wand if I have any chance of opening it. Look for a boiler door. I've heard them speak of it.
Fortunately, I've already found your wand, Mr. Oakes.
Please, pass me my wand. I can't get out of this damn cell without it. It's my last hope. Please. My wand. Oh, thank Merlin. Thank you.
You did it! I found my wand and... Wait, you're a student? Oh, we must get you to safety immediately. It's dangerous.
It's all right, Mr. Oakes. I've dealt with these goblins before.
Dear Merlin, you're either very lucky or very talented. Well, how did you find me?
I'm a friend of Adelaide's. She was worried about your business with Ranrock's loyalists.
Oh, she was right to be. I couldn't go through with the agreement, and when I told them, I ended up blindfolded and behind bars. Been locked in that infernal cell for so long, they'd forgot I was even there. I overheard things. If only I could reward you for what you've done. Blasted goblins stole every canut on me. All I can say is thank you, truly.
Am I right that you speak gobbledygook?
Unbeknownst to Ranrock's fiends, I do. I've always had an affinity for goblin culture. Knew I wanted to be a metal trader ever since I was a lad. It wasn't easy learning the language. It's complex, and my memory's as weak as my knees these days. But after decades working with fine goblin folk, I grew fairly proficient. At least, I'd like to think so.
You mentioned you overheard things.
Sad tale, really. I think I know where Ranrock's unfortunate vendetta against wizardkind began. Although dragon breeding was outlawed by the Warlocks Convention of 1709, Ranrock stumbled upon an illegal dragon camp. He was young, found the creatures fascinating. He'd visit the camp in secret whenever he could, never making his presence known. After weeks of sly surveillance, he finally summoned the courage to speak to the wizard in charge. Ranrock wanted to join them, and the creatures. The wizard happened to drop his wand. Ranrock saw an opportunity. He picked it up, went to hand it back as a means of introducing himself. The sight of a goblin with a wand sent the wizard into an instant rage. He beat Ranrock nearly to death. Ever since, Ranrock has despised wizard kind, sees us all as cruel.
I'm grateful I was able to help you, Mr. Oakes. Adelaide thinks the world of you.
Oh, and I her. She's become quite savvy to my trading habits, always analyzing my detailed owls. If only I hadn't resorted to trading with such fiends. A lesson I shan't soon forget. Having my wand back is like being reunited with an old friend. I must return home and inform Adelaide of my safety. Will you be all right?
I'll be fine, Mr. Oakes. You get back to Adelaide. I assure you, her worries outweigh yours.
Oh, I'm anxious to see my dear niece. And then I plan to travel far from here for my next round of trading. Thank you. May life reward you justly for your deeds. Be well, my friend.
All right.
Mr. Oakes was lucky. Ranrock's lot would never have freed him. Revelio.
But I think we've unlocked quite a few. So gotta keep actually quest right now. Back to the path. Oh yes. Professor Fig is in the map chamber. I should speak about recent events. If I return back to Professor Garlic, I will learn man. I need to before I do that, I gotta get out of here. So I can open the map up. Come on, let's get out of here. Thought I was going the right way, but
Enjoy suffering, do you?
oh god, it's that same dude. Go away, bro. We are good now.
Bring me a dozen humans to battle. I'll take them all. Run the other way when they see me, humans do. Every time.
Got it.
Who's there?
Trouble's brewing and I'm without my friends.
Wolf here?
Glad I was never locked up here.
close to a breakthrough.
Potato! Glaciers! Descender! Confringo! Potato!
Alright, easy enough. Let's open the map up. Go figure this spot out.
Perhaps a hybrid. Bouncing to
Revelio.
My brother's doing well, thanks to you. And he listens to me now.
I was just up. I was like, get in.
I've finished the activities you assigned me, Professor Garlick.
Wonderful. I hope you gained a greater appreciation for the flora in our lives. I am forever enraptured by it. Just yesterday, I spent hours pruning my self-fertilizing shrubs and flutterby bushes. Didn't realize how long I'd been at it until the sun began to set. Well, if there's one thing I love to see more than my plants thriving, it's one of my students doing the same. Now, ready to learn flipendo? Chin up, keep a light grip, and it's all in the wrist. Let's see you give it a go.
Do it.
You will want to focus with this spell. Nothing as mortifying as knocking back a colleague when all you wanted to do was move a few pots.
Here we go.
Wonderfully done. If you'd like to practice a bit more, you're welcome to do so here.
We are definitely
House, just mind the plants, please.
So it's capable of dispelling field charms by flipping targets upside down. We're coming to use. We're encountering a lot of those trolls with fields on. All right, we've got Professor Fig. That's a good one too. Resto. Endo. Bastion. All right. We could do this one. The Sebastian one outside the common room. Talk to me about Scriptorium. Oh, right there. Yo. Oh, time to learn arc. Magic, right? Here we go. Gonna be exciting.
You're here. Brilliant.
I received your owl. What happened with Ominous?
I told him none of us will be able to avoid dark magic forever. So the more we know about Salazar Slytherin and the dark arts, the better prepared we'll be. Unfortunately, only a Gaunt knows the location of the Scriptorium's entrance, and Ominous won't tell me.
Perhaps I should have a chat with Ominous.
You? I suppose it's worth a try. But don't get your hopes up. Ominous is annoyingly stubborn. Nothing new. I know where he is. I'll lead you to him and then leave you to it. Come on. He's this way.
You need to go with Sebastian and Omnibus. And
Keep an eye out. Never know who's watching. Although that hasn't stopped us before.
Strictly speaking, it has. We were caught.
Damned poltergeist. Such a nuisance. There he is. Good luck.
What are you doing here?
Hello, Ominous. Do you have a moment?
What is it? What have you and Sebastian been up to now?
Please, Ominous. I confided in you before about what happened with the Undercroft. Sebastian simply wanted me to have a safe place to practice some spells, to try and catch up to the other fifth years. He didn't think you'd mind.
I suppose that makes sense. It's just Sebastian's been pestering me lately about something and I'm frustrated with him.
Don't tell me he's still going on about, what was it, a scriptorium?
He told you about that.
He did. We were talking about Hogwarts founders and he mentioned it. Wouldn't say much more, though.
Yes, well, he seems to think it contains the answer to saving Anne. I think it's likely full of dark magic that is better left untouched.
Wait, you've never been inside?
Of course not. I only know about it because of my favorite aunt, Noctua. She thought like I do. Didn't agree with the family on the use of dark magic. In fact, she'd hoped to convince my family that there was more to Salazar Slytherin than worshipping pureblood status. She'd heard of this scriptorium and thought its contents might shed some light on him. She even found the secret entrance in this very corridor. She wrote regularly to my father about her efforts to gain access, and then she simply vanished. No one else ever tried to enter.
I'm sorry about your aunt. Don't you want to find out what happened to her?
Aunt Noctua went down this path with good intentions and lost her life. I don't want the same to happen again.
You don't know that history will repeat itself. Besides, you said your aunt thought like you. This could honor her memory, get you answers about Slytherin and Sebastian answers for Anne. Your aunt pursued this alone. We could do it together.
I see what you've done here, and I confess, you've convinced me. I didn't think it possible. Very well. I shall tell you what I know. Fetch Sebastian, I'll wait.
right next to him.
I hope we don't regret this.
Sebastian, over here.
Oh, buddy.
These braziers grant access to the scriptorium.
Now you'll share? You wouldn't tell me when I practically begged.
Revelio.
It wasn't you who told me what I needed to hear. Opening the entrance has something to do with threes.
Well, 3 heads are better than 1.
Its 2 heads are better than 1.
And by that logic, 3 is better than 2.
Confringo.
That brazier went out on its own. I wonder if it's a clue.
door?
Confringo! Aloha Mora.
Oh, what?
Confringo!
Right. So, it is here. How do we...
Confringo! Something's happening.
I hope we're ready for this.
Do it.
Dark, ominous corridors. My favorite.
Lumos. No comment.
Come on, that was a good one. Looks like a locked door. We may want to look around.
Oh. Omnimus. I must prove my point. Not unique dark arts as my crux. When I reach the Imperium, I will find evidence that there is no more to Salazar Slytherin alive. I've written to my brother, now knows how I access that there is no straight path to reach days with many challenges involved. I hope that my brother will follow my lead. We can study our legacy, not to.
A journal entry, signed by Noctua Gaunt.
Gaunt? Ominous. Your family was here.
I know.
Reparo. The rubble formed a relief of a person facing a
Lumos.
snake.
That must be the voice I hear.
Revelio.
The voice is ancient.
You hear a voice?
It started when you repaired that relief. I hear a whisper saying, "Speak to me." I'm a parcel mouth. I can hear and speak to snakes. Nearly all known parcel mouths are descended from Salazar Slytherin.
I'd like to be able to talk to snakes.
You might not want the ability to speak parcel tongue. It's often associated with dark wizards. I haven't spoken it in ages, but I'd wager if I speak it now, the door will open. I'm hoping you're having second thoughts.
I see no reason we should stop now.
It's ironic. When I left home, I vowed to leave the dark arts behind, and yet here I am. Stand back. I can't believe I'm doing this.
It worked! Ominous. You possess a rare ability indeed.
Between the two of you, I'm starting to feel left out.
Between the two of us?
Lumos.
Never mind.
Alright, we need to explore beyond.
There's no clear way forward.
Like a maze. Salazar Slytherin most likely wanted this to be difficult to solve.
The door we came from, it closed.
Revelio.
One gate ahead.
Then look closely at each gate for clues.
Lumos. Confringo. Lumos. Revelio.
Brazier. When the door closed, it lit up.
Depulsor! Accio! Lumos!
The dial requires focus.
Aunt Noctua said the same. It may take practice to solve it.
That thing around, I didn't know what I was doing there.
Matching the symbols did open it.
Was about to do that myself, but you got to it first. Nice work.
Sure. Hey, I failed the dial and it struck my face as if it were a real serpent. But I must find a way forward for my family's sake. We should not require children to confirm tradition. Scriptorium must have proof there's more to our legacy than...
Ominous. Your aunt wanted to change your family's traditions.
Revelio!
She was my...
Incendio!
Another welcoming sort, was he? The dial seems to be getting more difficult, but we've made it this far. Don't give up.
Damn.
I imagine the speeds vary and symbols differ for every dial.
Excellent work. We're another step closer to the scriptorium.
Revelio! Lumos! Incendio! Revelio!
Alright, we got another note. Salazar Slytherin buried this scriptorium deep within Hogwarts. Afraid I shall lose my way back around these dark corridors. I'm a descendant, and yet I feel unwelcome. Lighting these braziers in the Dude's heart. Challenge by challenge, I'll make my way.
This journal entry, it mentions getting lost and being unwelcome. Another gate.
Seems Slytherin like to play games.
Must run in the family.
Look in a mirror, Sebastian. That didn't sound good.
Salazar Slytherin didn't make this easy.
That sounded promising.
Another dial solved.
Impressive. Nice work.
Go through here.
I spotted something ahead. Looks troubling.
This whole place is troubling, but for my aunt's sake, we cannot stop now.
Okay. Extraordinary. This journey is painful but rewarding. Shall soon find the scriptorium and discover untold regarding our house fodder. Salazar Slytherin did more than that we've become. I know it.
Noctua references painful and arduous challenges, but also rewards.
Painful. That's the part I'm wary of.
All I heard was rewards. Keep going. The gate! I think we're locked in. Again.
Revelio! Salazar Slytherin is not yet finished with us.
Alright, it says, I've lost hope. Locked in. I heard a scream and saw the tortured faces. The only way forward is with an unforgivable... Even if I wanted to cast it, no one... Salazar Slytherin created a malicious challenge indeed. My last correspondence to my brother. I invited him here. Now if he looks me alone, I have led him to... Despite our differences, I wish him no ill. I wish we have parted on better terms. Noctua.
Ominous. A skeleton. And Noctua's last journal entry. She mentions being trapped here, blocked by an unforgivable curse.
This is where she died. This is where we'll die. I shouldn't have listened to either of you.
Ominous, I'm truly sorry about your aunt. But I know what to do. It's going to be difficult.
You said you know what to do.
Tortured faces on the door, and Crucios etched into the stone. My guess is if we cast the Cruciatus curse, the door will open. That's why Noctua died. She had no one to cast the curse on. Ominous has the most experience with this. He should cast it. You seem to be in Ominous's favor. Will you ask him about this?
He does seem a bit cross with you. I'll speak with him.
Good. Work your magic, so to speak.
The only way we get out of here...
Wish we had some liquid luck.
All of this could have been avoided.
Ominous. I hadn't imagined we'd end up trapped like this.
Salazar Slytherin did. He's to blame for many unimaginable things. I overheard you and Sebastian, and I won't do it. The Cruciatus curse is pure torture, I would know.
Sebastian told me a little of what happened when you were young. Sounds as if you had no choice.
Should have known he would have told you. And one always has a choice. I'm as guilty as the worst of my family. Unforgivable curses won't work unless you really mean them. I had to want to cause pain, and for that I shall never forgive myself. That spells the reason I have no family left. You and Sebastian will need to sort out another solution. If you cast Crucio, you will regret it forever.
What do we do now? Ominous is not going to cast the Cruciatus curse again.
Ridiculous. As if dying in here is a better option than casting a damned spell. It's up to us. I can teach you Crucio, or I can cast it on you.
Wait, you didn't say you knew how to cast Crucio?
Because I'm not sure I do. Ominous knows that, yet he's left us no choice. I don't yearn to follow in Noctua Gaunt's footsteps. I think I can cast it if I have to.
Okay, I have three options right now. I'm gonna learn it. I want to learn the Cruciatus, but you must cast it on me. Teach me first, and I'll cast it on you.
I want to learn the curse, but I won't cast it on you. You need to cast it on me.
I shan't forget this.
I think we did. Here we
Ready?
go.
I'm ready.
Crucio! Are you alright?
We did it. Heck yeah.
Are you all right?
That pain, it was excruciating. But I'll survive. Let's keep moving.
We made it. We found Salazar Slytherin's scriptorium.
All right. So we found the guide page for the scriptorium, a secret and well protected Hogwarts. Salazar Slytherin. I'm making various long-term back to the population, reflecting on agreements had with the other.
We're here.
Sebastian, ominous. There's a book just here.
You found something.
You two go ahead. Let me know what's in it. I'll wander around a bit.
Revelio.
All right. It says, I fear we shall never come to an accord. Cannot persuade even one of them to listen to reason. I had dared hope that Godric's thoughts were aligned with my own. By the caliber of it needed to be exceptional. Fallen prey, ridiculous, muggle-born. Curious when I expressed my displeasure at his thoughts on the matter. Thought he had not yet put voice. Ire of the discord and can no longer bear witness to corridors full of inept children masquerading as witches and wizards. It is with heavy heart that I know I must go from here. I shall place the creature into a deep in its chamber and be awakened by one who shares my view. Intended, willing to reverse the damage that others have carelessly wrought. One shall rid the school of those unworthy Hogwarts that sustain my life.
Revelio.
Alright, let's talk to Sebastian.
What do you think?
Looks like a spellbook of some kind. This is incredible. A Hogwarts founder's possession. What an honor. Still can't believe Ominous never told me about his aunt and what she found.
What will you do with Slytherin's spellbook?
What I do with every book. Read it. Having professors as parents ingrained that habit early on. But I can do that later. For now, I say we explore this room. It's breathtaking.
Revelio.
I don't want to leave, but I owe you. Both of you. Without both of you, we'd never have made it this far.
We were lucky.
Lumos.
We could have died. We must swear never to do this again.
Alright, it's a Slytherin done.
I see a way out.
Best news I've heard all day.
Ominous. About your aunt.
Please.
Revelio.
I meant what I said before. We swear, right now, never to engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
Understood. I'm truly sorry about your aunt, Ominous.
I suppose after all this, I am grateful to know what happened to her. Thank you.
Quest is complete. Hear that.
Revelio.
Luke and Brattleby must have nearly wet himself when you won every single crossed once battle.
Hear that. Okay. Well, now we are at outside of that. Says improve our magical ability to access the next trial. Find the location of the second trial. I think that's probably what this. Ooh, love to. As Natty's learned in Lower Hogsfield, being harassed by Theopolis Harlow, Rockwood's Rookwood right hand man. You're there to. So, should take us to level 20, and that should open up a quest for. But lot. And just that last quest that we did, unlocking the pretty cool. Like that's a but that is it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you're enjoying this Hogwarts Legacy game. There's a lot to do, to say the least. And yeah, it has been. But we'll be back soon. Till next time.